What's up everyone, welcome back to Saint Seiya Awakening. By popular demand, I'm doing this video in English. I was going to do subtitles on yesterday's Spanish video, but the truth is, it takes an ungodly amount of time to subtitle. So it's much easier to just re-record it in English, and I think it's also more fun for you guys to watch. So here we go, we're gonna look at cloth repair, the events that are going on, how it works, what it does, all the details you need to start working on what will surely be a very long project. Anyway, let's start off with why cloth repair is important. What this system does is that it gives existing saints, for example, the first batch is gonna be Aquarius, Scorpio, Tethys, and Perseus. It gives those existing saints a gigantic boost by changing the way one of their skills work. Now, it doesn't sound as much like, oh, there's just a small change on the skill, but this change is so significant that these saints become relevant and meta all over again. I'm gonna start off with the events. We're gonna look at all the things we can obtain during this week where the event is going on, how to use them, and then we're gonna go into the actual cloth repairs. Starting off then with Carnival, the very first event we have here is simply an event that gives us a reward when we open these chests that are used for the cloth repair. Now the details on the chest we're going to see later. All you need to know here is the more chests you open, the more rewards you're going to get. The second event gives us one of those chests for free every day. This does reset daily, but it's a very short event. It was only available yesterday, today, and it ends tomorrow the 14th. So make sure you collect these before they're gone. Under events, we're going to find a couple new things as well. The first one is an Arayashiki event because obviously it's his banner, but the important ones are going to be this horoscope reversal, which I'm going to explain in detail later. That one will have its own section. And the limited time exchange. Over here we can exchange our advanced summons for more of those boxes that we're gonna see later, and also some other rewards like Arayashiki shards, some stuff for awakening the 8 cents, blah blah blah, until we get to the last two, which are the really important ones. The first box is good, but these boxes are special because these boxes give us stuff that we need specifically for the 2 gold saints that we can rebirth. This one, the first one, the top one for 7 summons is gonna give you stuff for Scorpio, and the bottom one is gonna give you stuff for Aquarius. Now the cost is pretty high, 7 summons for each of those boxes, so we're gonna look at other ways that we can obtain them. But if you have a massive amount of summons because you took full advantage of the cat, whatever, remember these are here and you can get some boxes with summons. And that's it. Those are the events that are going on right now. It's nothing too crazy. It's only, what, 2 or 3 events total. Now, the other new thing that got added to the game is 2 whole new menus that we find here under upgrading our saints. Now, instead of just the Skin Pavilion Saint Temple and the Word of Gods, we have also a cloth menu and a cloth material chest menu. We're gonna look at the cloth first, understand how the rebirth works, and then we can understand what the heck it is we get with the chest, if it's worth it, if it's worth buying or not. Under this cloth menu, we're gonna find a bunch of other options. We have 3 here at the bottom, one of them being the Codex, which does the exact same thing as this plus over here, the other one being a shop where we can acquire pieces, and a salvage where we can sell pieces. Let's take a look at the Codex first. This is where we can see which saints are available to rebirth at the moment, what parts are needed, what resources are needed, and how much it's going to cost us. We can also see the boost we're going to get from repairing these saints. So like I mentioned earlier, the first 2 gold saints are going to be Scorpio and Aquarius, and each one of them requires 6 pieces of their armor to be repaired. Tethys and Algol only require 5, so I think this is going to be something in common for all of the saints. Gold saints will be 6 pieces, A rank saints will be 5, and B saints might be less. I'm not sure yet because we don't have any available. In either case, when we click on each one of these pieces that we're going to have to repair in order to rebirth Scorpio's armor, it's going to give us the details of what is needed. And that's going to be 2 things. We're going to need materials, which in the case of this cloth repair is going to be called orichalcum, and it comes in 3 different varieties. There's the simple one, the rare one, and then the divine one. You can combine these, just like you can combine the stones for awakening the 7 cents, you can combine the common types of orichalcum into the more advanced ones. The other thing that's needed is the actual piece of the armor, and there's 2 ways that we can obtain this, or 2 states. One of them is going to be broken, and when you receive a broken piece, it comes in the shape of a puzzle piece, like you see here for, what is this, the tail? And if you're going to get a full one, like in the case of Tethys' boobs here, it's going to come as a full piece. It tells you the reward you get, which is HP plus 23rd, and you'll notice there's no resource requirement. That means this one is activated, it's complete, it's ready to go. Now for Scorpio, I've had really bad luck. I've opened boxes for 2 days now, and all I've gotten is this broken piece. That's it. I'm missing absolutely everything else. So this is going to take an enormous amount of time to do. Now, when you do manage to complete the 6 repaired pieces, not the basic broken ones, the actual 6 repaired pieces, there's another 2 requirements you need in order to do the cloth repair. You need the saint to be in level 80, so 6 stars max level, and you need 40 fragments, which is a really weird requirement. You need 40 fragments for that saint. So start planning ahead, maybe start asking from your legion for donations until you can get to 40, or raise their friendship level. Remember that for each friendship level, you get 9 shards for that character, so that's a really good way to obtain them. Now, there's a couple other things that we can do here. Let's go over to proceed to check new skills, and what this does is it tells us what exactly changes about the skill. So if I click on the gray Scorpio armor here, it's going to tell me what the old skill was and what the new skill is. Now the details of this are more complicated than I want to include in this video. Here I just want to show you what you need to do in order to repair cloths, but all you need to know for now is that it makes them a lot better. So start working towards it if Milo is a saint you have and a saint that you want to use. The other thing we can do is found here under the cloth skill training menu, and here we have kind of like a training area like we had for Poseidon, and then at the beginning of the game, there's 2 levels that teach you how to use Milo's new skills, and 2 levels for Camus. They also give you some nice rewards, like some diamonds, some orichalcum for repairing the armors, so make sure you do these. I'll probably do like a really short guide because they're not very complicated. I'll probably do a short guide later, but for now, you can just try it. After a couple tries, you should be able to beat them. Alright, back over on this screen then, we're gonna look at another one of the menus, which is the cloth shop, and here you'll find different pieces for the armors you have to repair, as well as materials, and even character shards. Now, the thing is, all of these things can only be purchased with these special dust, whatever, multicolored unicorn farts, which are not exactly easy to acquire. The only way I know so far, there might be stuff that's introduced in the future that lets us get this a little bit more easily, but the only way to acquire these for now is to go over here on the last menu, which is the salvage, and to pretty much break down pieces that you already got from your chest rewards. Now, be very careful in this menu. For example, I only have 1 Scorpio mask, and this thing allows me to just click on it once, click split down here, and it's gone. I don't have it, and there's no guarantee that I'll be able to pull it again. So be very careful here. There is a quick one, like a quick split. It's over here. I highly recommend you don't touch it. Now, the reason I have some of this dust is because between the chest from yesterday and the chest from today, I was able to acquire some Mermaid and Perseia's pieces, which I'm not going to be doing. So I straight away split them, and hopefully a Scorpio piece will show up here at the shop at some point, and maybe by then I can have 3,000. It's a lot of dust for just 1 piece for a gold saint. Anyway, if you're unlucky like me and you can't get the pieces, then that might be your only option down the road. Just keep getting stuff, sell them if you don't need it, and then buy the pieces from the shop with that dust. And that's really it for this menu. It's not overly complicated. You have pieces, you have resources. When you complete both of them, you can repair that piece of the armor. When you get all 6 pieces of the armor and you go through the whole process, then you can rebirth the whole saint and you acquire the new skill. On to the material chest menu then. Over here we have 4 different type of boxes for now. I don't know if this expands in the future where it always stays at 4, but for now we have 4 types. We have the silver one, which can give us pieces for A and B rank saints only. It does not give us S rank saints, and it also gives us material. Now this one is available every 12 hours. You can claim one, so set your alarms. The rewards from it are not amazing, other than really what you want from here is the material. You don't really care about the A pieces for now, at least they're not units that are used a lot, so the materials will be your best bet for now. Every 12 hours you can collect one for free. The second type is the rare chest, and this one you can get from the event that I show you at the start. You get one for free for these couple of days, and you also get a free one daily from this menu here. You just click on the little plus sign and there'll be one available for free. The second one is going to cost you 288 crystals. The third one, which is the level I'm at, is going to cost you 488, and it keeps scaling up. I don't know what the limit is, but it gets expensive really quickly. In my case, I'll be collecting the free one and the 288 crystal one every day, and I guess I'll rebirth my saints slowly because there's no way I'm spending that much money on this. I'll keep playing with Divine Pegasus and with Divine Iki for now. Scorpio will come at a later time if he comes at all. The other 2 types of chests that we have for now are specific to the saints that are available. So this first one is specific. Does it tell me anywhere? Oh yeah, over here it says Scorpio cloth material. So from this chest we can get 3 things. We can get a broken piece for Scorpio, like the mask that I showed you. We can get a whole piece that's already repaired and extremely rare. I don't think that happens very often. Or we can get materials. So if you're trying to work on a specific saint, the best way to accomplish that right now is to buy the specific boxes for that saint. If you buy the rare ones, there's a very high likelihood that you're going to get a saint pieces. They're not going to be something you're going to use for now. So if you're going to spend money, because I think the only way to acquire this is with either summons like I showed you in the menu, or from the shop that we'll see later. Focus on a saint, give it all of your resources, all your attention, and complete it. When you're done with that one, move on to the next one. So just like this one's for Scorpio, the last chest here is going to be here for Aquarius specifically. His skills also improve greatly. We're going to see a lot of the Freeze Boys coming back, which kind of disappeared when Arayashiki came out. Well, they're going to come back in full force, and they're going to be annoying as shit. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this is a long process because of the cost of obtaining these boxes and also luck. In my case, I've opened, I don't know, 6 of these, and I opened 1 Milo specific box, and all I have is 1 Milo piece, which came from this. From the stuff that I got from here, it's all been absolute shit. The worst part is that you can get repeats. You can get repeat of the same piece that you already got. So that's why there's a shop that you can sell them, and then you can buy other stuff. But you're gonna need an enormous amount of luck, an enormous amount of time and resources as well. Now that we're talking so much about these boxes, let's see the different ways that we can obtain them. Now, I already showed you in the carnival, there's one that you can get for free every day, and under events, we can exchange them for summons, which I'm sort of a little bit tempted. I have a lot of summons right now saved up from the last cat because I got Minos easily. I was able to not spend all my summons. I'm tempted to get a couple of these. You can only get 3 per day. That's 21 summons. I might do maybe 2 days of this and see if I get better luck. The other ways to get them are going to be pay to win, and that's why this concept, this whole cloth repair thing, is often touted as a very pay to win event or function of the game. You can buy the specific boxes here for coupons, and the only way to get coupons is to spend real life money. So for 300, you can get one of the saint specific cloths like Scorpio or like Aquarius. Now remember, it's not guaranteed you're gonna get full pieces. You can get broken pieces or you can get a full one. The chances to get a full one are very low, but for 300 coupons, this is probably the best value for these specific boxes. There's also a 900 coupon coupon box, which in my opinion is absolute shit. This gives you one of the rare ones, which you're most likely gonna get an A-cent piece, and it gives you a little bit of materials. This is absolutely not worth it. Do not buy it. It sucks. The last one is this one for 90 coupons, which gives you 90 diamonds and 1 piece of material, and then 1 random piece of other material or a chest. There's no way to control what comes out of here. You can end up with a whole bunch of rare orichalcum, which is not worth much at all. So again, this chest is not worth it. The only two that are worth it for coupons for me are the specific Saint ones. Under sale bundles, we also have a couple of options. The first one is going to be this cloth forging card, which gives us 1 rare chest, which again is not very good, and then it also gives us a gold cloth chest, a little bit of materials, and whatever else for 7 days. So you're gonna get this 7 times, and it's 3,000 coupons. In my mind, it's much better to buy this 10 of these, because that's the exact same amount. It's 3,000 coupons, and you get 10 boxes instead of 7. Now the thing is, these are limited. These are limited time. These are gonna go away probably within a week. So after these are gone, only way to get them is going to be with this card, which costs 3,000. That's a lot of money. The last thing we can find here is this reverse stones, and you'll notice I only have the Camus one available because I already purchased the Milo one. And this is why I told you I was gonna leave the skill up menu there under the events for last, because you're gonna need this stone if you want to use that event. Let's go check it out real quick. This horoscope reversal event allows you to take a saint that you already leveled up, and with one of those stones that you can buy for 300 coupons, it lets you reset its skill levels. Now it's not just a reset and then you kind of click on where you want them to go again. What it does is that it returns these skill up books, these skill volumes that you can only use to skill up that saint. So for example, if you use the stone and you had 4 skill ups, it's going to return 4 of these, which is exactly what we did. We tested it on stream because we weren't sure how it worked. I believe we'll be able to farm these stones later in the future with some other pavilions and stuff and rewards that are coming out, but for now the only way to get them is with the 300 coupons. Now why do we want to do this? Why is this important? Because with cloth repair and the changing of the way that the skills work, some skill ups don't make that much sense anymore, and it's better to get those skills back and assign them to a new place. Milo is a perfect example. Now that charge is not as important anymore, we can take those skills back, assign them to the new places, and get a lot more use out of our rebirth Milo. And that's gonna be it for today, guys. That is cloth repair in a nutshell. I think it's all the essential details you need to know in order to start working on it. Like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna go into detail about what specific changes in Milo and Camus. We'll also put the training hall up at some point. I have it recorded when we did it yesterday, so I'll be throwing that up maybe in tomorrow's video. The last thing I'll mention is that there is one more way that I was told that you can get pieces for the cloth repair, you know, the orichalcum, and that's by going over here to the townlet. This is something I forgot to include in the Spanish review. So you guys always benefit from me doing Spanish first and English second, because all this stuff I forget, like mentioning also the 40 fragments you need for the saint and that it has to be level 80. All of those things I didn't mention in the Spanish review because they told me during the stream and then I totally forgot. But anyway, here under the notice board, there is an additional event in the game that not a lot of people are aware of or participate, myself included. I never do this because I'm too freaking lazy. But the way it works is that these different dungeons that you can clear every day, there's a different dungeon every day. If you clear them with different saints, you can acquire additional rewards. And there's a really cool menu here under the saints clear that tells you exactly what saints you've already used. So for example, for the Cloth Cemetery, I've only ever used Marine, Milo, and Pisces because I probably did this at the beginning of the game and I've been autoing it ever since. I never came back to this menu. I'm too lazy to do this, but now that there's good rewards, I might do it again. Each dungeon can be cleared with a whole bunch of other saints. Depending on how many saints you clear it with, you get additional rewards. So here again, it's the same saint. Actually, this one is just June. I don't know why. Maybe I got carried in this one. Star Illusion, I don't even have any light up. I don't know how did I pass this if I don't have any lit up. It doesn't matter. Anyway, go to reward info and you'll see that depending on the number of saints that you cleared for all of those different levels, you get different rewards. And starting at level 33, you start getting stuff for this cloth repair. This beautiful stone is going to apply to something that's not available in the game yet, but here you start getting the dust. A little bit further ahead, at level 51, which is a lot of work, you get a little bit of the divine orichalcum, which does go a long way, and you even get some boxes here at the end. Now, reaching this level is not easy. It's going to be a lot of work, but at least it's there. If you're bored and you want to do it, go ahead, knock yourself out. And that's it, guys. I'll say goodbye for now. If you haven't already, please remember to hit like, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell so you don't miss any videos. There's a lot of people missing the giveaway videos because they didn't ring the bell. See you guys again next time. Bye.